Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Velox 18. This video is kind of a continuation of the previous video. Basically, if you didn't watch the previous video, basically I had to deliver at Kroger's, and we finished one load at Kroger's like at 6 a.m. we got there, and then we didn't get out of there until, gosh, well, it was like 11:30. I don't know, it was 6 hours. 6 hours. So what? It was like 5:30 to 11:30. Yeah, so it was 6 hours, and so that's where we're going to pick up this video, is right there when we were heading out of Kroger and on our way to try and make our pickup. And so we'll start there, but first we got to roll the music. All right, we are getting out of Kroger. It is freaking it's 11 a.m. and this is 11:30. So we are we're coming over here to exit. And get on our way across town, across Louisville, over to the pickup that we have. And that pickup was supposed to be at 8 a.m. this morning, but they said we could be worked in. The broker's aware I'm going to be late, and they said all is good. So let's get checked out of here. All right, we made it over here to this little warehouse. You got like, what is that, 6 docks, 5 docks, and then there's like a tanker washout area over here. So not not like super easy to get in here or to find my way to get in here and stuff. I had to use navigation, and yeah, it was interesting. I passed like 4 strip clubs, maybe like 3 adult bookstores, and then I only saw 1 church. So definitely on the other side of the tracks today. Definitely on the side of town that you don't want to bring your women and children to. This is some interesting area over here. But anyway, we gotta try and get loaded. We've got a little over 2 hours left on our clock, so we got to get loaded and get the heck out of here, and get somewhere where we can park up for 7 hours. So hopefully this doesn't take too long. Otherwise we'll be personal conveyancing somewhere to get safe parking, and then we'll have to stay in that safe parking for 7 hours, no matter if it's actually safe for us or not, no matter if it's actually a good place to stop or not, no matter if there's restrooms or whatever, because the FMCSA doesn't care about all that. They just don't want you to break their rules, because their rules are for your safety. Anyway, all right. Yeah. Let's see how long this takes. That's all I have to say. All right. They came out and told me about 10 minutes ago, when that guy moves out of door 2, you're next. You go into door 2. I was like, all right, cool. And then homeboy just like chilled there for a really long time. So kind of crazy. Took him a while. Ooh, now he's trying to make a right-hand turn out of here, and that's tight. That's tight. Note to self: don't try to make a right-hand turn out of here. Let's try and go out to the left. The dock 2 has all kinds of room between docks 1 and 3. I get all the extra room. I guess they know I need it. So we'll get up over here and we'll use our extra room, you know? It is not a big deal to back it into this spot. It is pretty chill. It's always the ones that you think are easy that you end up messing up on. I'll probably have to do a pull-up. Because that's how I roll. Because that's how I roll. Yep, I brought it in a little too shallow because there's a W9 over here on this side, and there's a Freightliner Cascadia on this side. So guess which side I cheated to? The plastic truck side. I figured give the W9 all the room he needs. That way, if I'm buying a hood, I'd rather it be plastic. You know what I mean? There's so much room. It's not even close. I just subconsciously, I always give a hood truck extra room. It's just, if I'm gonna air, I air a little closer to the other truck. Hood trucks stick together. All right, I gotta get out there and open my doors up. Let's go out there together. All right. See what I mean? I got plenty of room, plenty of room. Plenty of room. So yeah, hopefully we can get loaded and get the heck out of here before our time runs out. There's a pilot about 20 minutes down the road, so that's what we're aiming for right now. So hook this in and let's see how long this takes. All right, we got done getting loaded. I got the green light, but I don't have paperwork yet. So they're gonna bring paperwork out. I'm sure they'll seal it up for me, and then I'll be on my way. And we'll get down the road, and we're gonna have to PC, which isn't my favorite thing to do, but we'll PC and get somewhere safe to park, and we'll take a break, and then we'll go and we'll make this delivery early in the morning. So that's the plan, Stan. That's what we're gonna do. There's some kind of a brush fire or something over here. I can smell it. It's pretty strong. I don't know. But anyway, we'll be out of here in a little bit and we'll be on our way. I'm ready. We got ourselves a good parking spot, and what happened was I was pulling in and I was gonna go over here where there's some reserve parking and there's a couple other open spots, but as I was pulling up and trying to make this turn here, the guy who was parked in this spot, he was just getting his truck. He gave me the little hand signal like, hey man, you want this spot? And he said go ahead, turn around. So I flipped it around and got myself this nice free spot tucked over here next to the grass. Anyone who's gonna back in is gonna back in straight, so they don't gotta back in around my bumper. Pretty much the best spot in the house, I think. That for my money, that's the best spot in the house. And it's free, and there is a Waffle House over there, so you know we're gonna do that at some point. We got to. And then look at, there's a taco smell over there, which that's calling my name because I haven't eaten much today. I gotta get just a little something in my belly, and maybe we'll go over to Waffle House a little bit later on, or maybe we'll go to bed early and wake up super early, and we'll go over there for breakfast, have like a weird little midnight. I don't know. I feel like we need to focus on getting some sleep, and then we'll worry about food after we do that. But anyway, this is where we're gonna call it quits for the day, and I'll catch up with you guys whenever we get out of here, whenever that is. All right, it's almost 1 in the morning, and we crashed out for a little while. I went and got some Taco Bell, came back in here, and I fell asleep about 5 o'clock. 5 p.m., which wasn't that good. I mean, it was because I was tired and I needed to sleep. I was hoping I could sleep until midnight, but I've been laying in there awake for the last 3.5 hours. So I slept about 4.5 hours. That's what I slept, which isn't the worst ever. I mean, I've gone a lot of days in my life only getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep, but it wasn't ideal. You know, I was hoping that I could get it, at least sleep till midnight, because then it would kind of feel like I'm starting a new day, but it kind of just felt like a nap. So anyway, but that's what this reefer game is, man. That's something DIY Semi said. I don't know if you guys haven't heard me talk about DIY Semi. You know, you haven't gone and checked out his channel. He doesn't vlog like I do, but he's an encyclopedia of trucking. Go check out his channel if you haven't already. If you haven't, what are you doing? He goes live a lot with Cash is King, and so if you haven't heard me talk about those guys, where you been? You guys have been missing out. Share a lot of knowledge about this trucking thing, and if you guys are interested in learning about trucking, they're much better resources than I am. I just kind of show my day and do my little and do my little stuff that I do, and they're actually dropping, like, you know, knowledge from many more years of experience than what I have, and honestly, yeah, I learn a lot from them. So he said something the other day, though, in a live. He said, if you're looking to get into reefers, you should be someone who can sleep when you're not tired. And I was like, yeah, that's one of my problems. That's one of my problems, because if you can't, if you're a person that can just go to sleep, like my brother-in-law, he was famous for just being able just to go to sleep, like on the dot. I remember we went fishing one time. He caught the biggest fish of the day within like the first hour, and then he just fell asleep on the rocks on the shoreline and just like went to sleep for an hour or two. I don't know. And everyone else was sitting there getting skunked all day long, and he just, yeah, he went home with the big catch of the day. And yeah, and that's, some people are just like that. They can just sleep. But I'm not one of those people, and you know, I'm one of those people. I gotta caffeinate. You know, either you can sleep whenever you want to, or you just caffeinate and you push through, and you know, caffeinate yourself until you crash, right? And hopefully you don't crash like that, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so that's, I mean, we had one of those nights last night where it was like, you know, sleep for a few hours, then drive, then try to go back to sleep, but you can't quite go back to sleep. You know, you drink some caffeine so that you can drive, but then you're supposed to like stop, and then, well, now's the time that I could go back to sleep, but you know, I have caffeine in my system now because I needed to kind of perk myself up because I didn't get a lot of sleep before that. So anyway, you're using sleeper splits pretty much every day, and so that's what we did today. And so now it's the middle of the night. I'm sitting here and I'm awake. I tried to go back to sleep for the last well, what did I say it was? It's almost 1 in the morning. Because yeah, it's almost 1 in the morning, and I'll just be honest, like I slept until 9:30, so 5 to 9:30, 4.5 hours. And so for 3 hours now, I've been trying to go back to sleep, and it ain't happening. It ain't happening. So it's getting chilly. It's about 32 degrees, but I think I'm gonna walk over to Waffle House and get some breakfast, and we'll get today started. It's just short of 1 a.m. and we gain an hour going down to Tennessee. We'll move to Central Time as we're on our way down there. Actually, we crossed the time zone somewhere in Kentucky, I think. But anyway, we'll get down the road, and we'll make it down there, and then maybe, possibly, depending on how much caffeine I put in my system right now, I might be able to, because anyway, I probably will put some caffeine in my system right now, even though it'd be nice to take a nap again once we get down there, because it's a 3-hour drive, but you know, we leave at let's just say we leave here at 2, we gain an hour on our way down there, so a 3-hour drive. Actually, we get there at 4 for our 6:30 a.m. appointment, so we'll have a couple hours once we get down there. So I'm thinking about maybe I'll run down there, and then we'll try and take a 2-hour nap once we get down there before we deliver. And maybe that's the ticket, since I'm awake anyway, might as well put some miles down, get down the road, and then we'll stop and take a nap down the road. So that's my plan right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna go grab something to eat, and then catch up with you guys once we get headed down the road. All right, I look kind of goofy with my. I bought a beanie because my head was cold, because it's cold out here, but I was already wearing a hat, so now I put the hat on top of the beanie, but it looks ridiculous. I got some breakfast over here at Waffle House, and the colorful character in there keeping me company tonight. colorful character, that's for sure. Truck driver with every story in the books. He's seen it or done it. He's got the t-shirt to prove it. And watch out now. Anyway, so yeah, it made the time fly by, and then I had to kind of tell, hey, you know what, man, I gotta run. And then he started telling me another story, and I'm like, I really gotta go. And then he's like, all right, I'll let you go. And then I started walking out the door, and he kept talking. I would have told you not to buy that Peterbilt, And I was like, oh man. I'm like, I probably wouldn't have listened anyways. All right, have a good night. Good morning. I gotta go. So now it's 2 a.m. I'm gonna hit the road, and we're gonna get down the road and see if we can't take a nap down there in whatchamacallit. See if we can't take a nap down in Murfreesboro before we make our delivery, because I'm all jacked up now. I'm all jacked up. All right, let's hit the road. All right, we're hitting the road. This is reefer trucking, man. Reefer trucking. It's 2 a.m. Eastern time. We'll get down there at 4 a.m. Central time, and we'll take another nap down there. And this is just kind of common. I'm gonna go through here instead of trying to weave around that Catskill, because there's a curb on the other side of it that I'll probably rub with my tires. It seems how no one's here. This is a much better and safer route than trying to squeeze over there to the left with all these little box trucks and stuff taking up some space. So yeah, like I was saying, this is reefer trucking. If you're interested in reefer trucking, this is what you're interested in. This is what you're asking for. Really terrible hours. Really like kind of messed up sleep schedules, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's see. It's kind of weird. Like, watch out for trucks, rolling over right here. But I think it's just because trucks come out of here trying to almost do like a U-turn right there, and they probably catch their trailer tires in the ditch, because that's not like an actual that's not your typical rollover hazard turn right there. But they have the sign up. So anywho, all right, we're gonna take South 65 all the way down through Nashville. Let's go. I'm gonna climb back in the sleeper for a couple hours. It is just after 4 o'clock. We have a 6:30 a.m. appointment just down the road. So I'll catch up with you guys when I wake up. All right, and after a good little nap there, just a couple hours, we're ready to go make this delivery. So let's go. Just right around the corner. Not too far.
Alright, they'll be here about half an hour or so. Just grab your parking spot, they'll give me a call. Let's go.
Cool, thank you. Alright, so we're here a half hour before our appointment time. He said they'll get here in a half hour, whoever they are. Not sure who they are, but he said grab a parking spot and they'll call me and let me know where to go, whoever they are. This is kind of weird though. It's kind of cool because there's like a little refinery here. You guys see, I'm gonna park right here by this, whatever this little, see that? You see that? Little flame coming out of the little stack. Feel like I'm back hauling sulfur again out of the oil refineries. When they'd have a flare up over there at the refinery in Richmond, oh man, that thing would light up the whole city when that thing would be flaring up like real bad. There's times where they'd shut down the loading rack because it was like, 600 yards away from the flare up or something, 500 yards. Like it wasn't that close, but it was. That's how intense those flare-ups got when when the thing's 100 feet in the air or thereabouts, and the flames shooting another 100 feet up in the air. It's pretty hot. So anyway, we'll see how long it takes them to call us and see where we go from here. But hey, I'm all right, and we're done with that. Yeah, we're in here a half hour before our appointment time. Obviously, they said they'd call us in a half hour when they get here, and so that was a good nap though. It was a good decision to try and get some driving done and then try and sleep a little bit more here, because I wasn't going to fall asleep at the truck stop after sleeping 4.5 hours in the truck and then being awake for 3. I wasn't going to fall back asleep, and so it was better to cut my losses, put down the miles, and then let it get later or earlier, depending on how you look at it, and get some more sleep. So kind of stoked for my decision, because I should be able to make it through the whole day today without having to take another nap. Or maybe I'll get another nap in here pretty soon, but I don't know. I feel pretty good right now, so I don't know if I'll be able to fall right back asleep. But yeah, want to go and we're preparing for Thanksgiving and the holidays and with the family and everything. So I'm trying to get this load off and go home and spend time with my family. So I don't really want to go home and sleep if I can help it. But anyway, we'll see how long this takes, and whenever they call me, you guys will be the first to know. All right, it is 6:57, so almost an hour I've been sitting here, and they said come over to door 22. I usually tell you guys what door, because if I forget, I can go back and watch my video and be like, oh, okay, it was 22, because my brain doesn't always work the way I want it to. Doesn't always work the way I want it to. All right, so I'm over here. Where am I gonna? I don't really understand. Screw it. Let's go. I'm sure there'll be signs. That's the one thing about this place that I saw. There was signs on the way in. There was signs everywhere for everything. All right, what did I say, guys? 22? Because there's one. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Probably could have. Nah, we're good. We good. We good. There's plenty of room to pull up right here. All right. It's chilly out there. Found the door, got it backed in, and then the guy came out to me and he just said, "Let's open it up." He opened it up, he broke the seal, opened it up. He wrote right there, seal intact, signed his name, and just said, "Hey, back it into the dock, disconnect your red airline, you can stay connected. When the light, once we're done unloading it, the light turns green. I got my paperwork already in hand, and I can take off." So, easy as pie. Easy as pie. So, So yeah, anyway, I just thought while I was recording this right now, like, do I go right and like wrap around to get out of here? Because it seems like it might be a better angle to try and hit that exit gate than going back this way. Nah, I think I can go that way. I think I can go that way. All right, cool. Catch up with you guys when we're on the way out of here. Shouldn't take long. My light's already red. My light turned red while I was talking to you guys. So, I think we got a legitimate chance here to get home by like 9 a.m. This mustache got slept on weird because it's like, wow. All right, and just like that, it is not even 8 o'clock and we are unloaded. So I just came back here and closed the doors. I'm just letting my air build up right now, but yeah, so we pulling out of dock 22 and we're on our way, man. We're on our way home. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna break down the numbers on this little trip to Louisville and back, just because it was kind of fun to find a couple loads that got me some money without having to work too hard on Thanksgiving week, and without risking being home. Without risking being gone from the house on Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna break down the numbers next. All right, figure while we're trekking on home, I'll break down the numbers for you guys. We did actually a lot more miles than I thought I would. See those little birds? I almost took them out. I did more miles than I thought I would. The shorter mileage route was the longer time route and the less truck friendly route. It was like I was able to take, go kind of up through Lebanon, Tennessee, and then up into Kentucky that way. But it's significantly longer, burns more fuel, more hills, and just all around not as good of a route for trucking. So we did end up doing about 50-60 miles more than I kind of thought I would. But nevertheless, we did just over 500 miles. I rounded up to 525 just because I'm not quite home yet, and that's probably pretty close to what it'll end up being. Maybe 515, but whatever. So 500, we're just gonna say 525. And then also my revenue is not 100% yet, because there is actually a possibility, no, not a possibility. I am going to get some detention for sitting at Kroger yesterday for 6 hours. So that's got to be figured into the revenue as well. But I'm just going to assume $100, though it might be more, because it should be at least 3 hours of detention. So even if they are cheap and they pay $40 an hour, I'll make $120 extra. So anyway, I think it'll be a little more than that, but we'll see. As it is, I'm going to say $2,200 in revenue, although it could be a little more. And so that comes out to $4.19 per mile, with kind of a little bit extra miles than probably what we're going to end up doing, and a little more revenue than what we actually have in rate confirmations right now. But I'm waiting on that rate confirmation to be updated to include my detention from yesterday. And once it does, I think we'll be at least at 2,200 for just a little short jaunt, you know, just going up to Louisville and coming right back. But it was 2 nights away from the house because I loaded on Monday night, and I'm not coming back until Wednesday morning. But still, nevertheless, kind of a cool little run. And could have, if Kroger didn't take so long yesterday, I could have made it home yesterday and then made the delivery this morning, and it would have been even better. It would have been 1 night away from the house, and then, you know, come home and make the delivery. So all in all, a pretty awesome end to the week, considering I mean, not end of the week, but like a pretty good Thanksgiving week setup for me, to just run 1 load out, 1 load back, only 500 miles total, just over that, and kind of keep me from risking being gone from the house. So I was looking at loads, trying to see if I could, you know, go somewhere and get kind of out of the you know, I was trying to see if I could get into some of the lanes I've already been running, and then get back home in time for Thanksgiving. And the freight just wasn't really there this week, so I was kind of I was kind of like, okay, I'm barking up the wrong tree here. So then I just looked for some local stuff, and I was able to find this one. So anyway, let's get into the house, and we'll sign off this video. We're almost there. All right, and this is where we're gonna cut the video off. I am gonna go in, and I think we're gonna go get our Christmas tree today, and we're gonna just start our holidays off, man. It's time to start the holidays off right. And so yeah, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. You know, I'm really thankful for a great many things in this life that I have. Obviously, my family, and even, you know, so many things that are so outside of my control. Being born in this great country, being born to such a great family that I was born into. You know, I have been blessed by so many. You know, we've been blessed generationally, I would say. Not with great wealth like some people, but with great amounts of love that not every family can say they have. You know, I come from a family where marriages have stood the test of time, and where just the family unit is strong, and that you don't choose which family to get born into. And so it's not you know, it's not anything that I can boast about. It's just something that I think about often, you know, where I'm at in my life, and the blessings I have that are so outside of my control. Just like being born, you know, in a certain country, instead of being born in, you know, a third world country, you know, trying to scrape stuff together to eat each day. We were born, you know, in the most affluent country in the world. And you know, there's a curse in that too, don't get me wrong, but there's a great blessing in that. And we have so many things to be thankful for this season. And so yeah, just thankful for that, and praying for my mama. This is her first holidays without my dad. So well, all of our first holidays without my dad, but you know, obviously her, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough on her. So love you, Mom. I know you watch these. I'm praying for you, and I will call you every day this week just to make sure you're feeling loved, and feel like you're here with us, even though you can't be all the way in Tennessee. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video. I just wanted to say some things I was thankful for, because, you know, in the spirit of Thanksgiving being tomorrow. I should have this video out today on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, but maybe if it takes a long time to upload, kind of depends sometimes. The upload speeds I have here at the house aren't great, so it may not come out till Thanksgiving Day, but one way or another, we're celebrating Thanksgiving right now, standing in front of the truck. So, yeah, love you guys. Peace out. Chill till the next episode. I can't do that. I can't do it with a straight face. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next load.